The point of life is not to make yourself happy. If you think that's the point of life, you're setting yourself up for a very challenging existence. The point of life is to feel the moment that you're in.
Welcome to Divot, the community for people making their mark on the world, where each week I sit down with the greatest minds in business, tech, sports, and entertainment to uncover the moments, decisions, and lessons that shape their journey so you can shape yours. Go to divot.org to learn more or subscribe on YouTube, Apple Podcast, or Spotify.
Divot.
Today, we're in Malibu, California with my older brother, Brant Anderson, an award-winning filmmaker, activist, and former tech entrepreneur whose work bridges storytelling and real-world impact. Before entering film, he bootstrapped a technology company that scaled from startup to tens of millions in revenue, and later owned an NBA G League team called the Utah Flash. Today, Brant is known for producing more than 30 films, including critically acclaimed works like Everest, American Made, and Lone Survivor. He's also worked with some of the top people in Hollywood. As a director, Brant's passion is for human-centered stories, leading him to create Refugee, which premiered at the Cannes Film Festival and was shortlisted for the Academy Awards. His latest film, I Am a Stranger, which he wrote and directed, releases in theaters January 9th. Brant's work has taken him to refugee camps across the Middle East, to Haiti during the 2010 earthquake, and regions impacted by conflict. He grounds his films in living experiences, and he's one of the most interesting people I've ever met. I hope you enjoy him.
I was trying to think about one of the most memorable stories I've had with you, and my mind immediately went back to skydiving on the North Shore. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that's hard to forget.
So I had skydived at this place before, and it was awesome. I had a great time. It's right in, I think it's in Haleiwa.
It is, yeah.
And
Yeah.
we went, and even the people that we were with, one of the guys, I think that was with you, was the guy that like my friend had jumped with. Like it was all the same people. It's all the crazy skydiving people. And we get in the plane. I think it's either just us or maybe there's one or two other people. There weren't a lot of people in the plane, as I recall.
Something that day didn't feel quite right. And yeah, we're up in the plane.
What, just like you didn't feel?
I'd never been afraid to jump before, but I just didn't feel like the guy I was with felt very, like I had gone a few times before in Utah, and it all felt very organized, and that one felt rushed. And the guy I was with was a Vietnam vet, and he felt like life didn't have enough meaning to him, is the way I would probably characterize it. And certainly my life didn't mean much to him. So we're up in that plane, and as I remember my previous jumps, I had been checked at least 10 times by other people. And in that particular day, if I got checked twice, it was one more time than I remember, because I only remember getting checked once. So when you're jumping tandem, you're getting shimmied out forward. And I'm thinking like, I should shut this down. But I'm also like, not really someone who, I just don't, I'm like, no, I'm just like, put that away. I'm just
like your gut had told you well before that you should not get in this plane with this guy.
Before I even got in the plane.
And now at this point, it's like, it's too late.
Before I got in the plane, I was like, this is not the guy I should jump with. And like it seemed to me like he wanted to cross over. So we're shimmying forward. He's very cavalier about it in a way that was not like confident. It was more like, I'm ready. And I'm like, I wasn't. Because it was my 30th birthday. And remember, my kids were back at the condo. And so, yeah, I go, actually, but you're wrong. You went first. You went out of the plane first.
Maybe right. Yeah.
And so you go out of the plane first, and you're like, give me the thumbs up, all excited. And I'm like, you go out, and then we go out, and, we're falling, and we immediately fall through this cloud cover. And so I can't see anything. And it just, none of it felt right. So like we're in Hawaii, we're falling through clouds, and like when we finally come through the clouds, he pulls the chute. And because I had gone a few times, I knew the feeling. You're supposed to feel this jerking feeling, and all of a sudden, like you're like, you're floating
Yeah, it's
softly.
like the biggest wedgie you've ever had, and then it levels out.
Well, that didn't happen. He pulls the chute, and now it's like, first of all, he waited till we went through the clouds, which meant we were closer to the ground than we should have been. And now we're falling feet first, but we're falling at a very rapid pace. Like it was like jumping out of the plane, but like you're falling as fast as you can. And I look up and I see that the chute is like this jumbled mess. And he's
panicking.
yeah, his hands are everywhere, like a spider. And I'm like, and he's yelling something, but I can't hear him because the velocity is so high. And I'm like, what do I do? What can I help? What can I do? And he's like, shut up, Bravo One. And I'm like, this guy's in a full on freak out. He's gone back to Nam, and I am dead. Shut up, Bravo One. He just kept yelling, shut up, Bravo One. And I'm like, oh gosh, he does not, he's not coming out of this. So I don't know what happened. I really think we're going to die, but nothing I can do. I don't know what to do. So before I know it, he goes to his leg and he pulls out a knife. And I'm thinking he's about to slit my throat or he's cutting me loose. And I'm on my own, but I don't have a chute. But what he does is he cuts the chute loose because he had tried to pull it loose and it wouldn't release. So he cut the chute loose. And now we're back to, we go just like this, and we go back to falling face first. But now as we're falling face first, we're like starting to get this ground rush because the ground is coming at us really fast. And he pulled the reserve chute. It goes poof. And we're on the ground almost immediately. And, this guy comes running over to us, and like, I turn back and I look at the guy and I'm like, what was that? And he just was like, he was still in Nam. Bless his heart.
He was still in Nam.
Yeah, he was in Nam.
Well, as we felt, you're right. I did jump first, and then I totally forgot. And then when my guy pulled the chute, he's kind of looking down, and I just remember him going, "Oh, thank goodness." And I'm like, "Thank goodness what?" And he's like, "Well, that other guy that jumped after us, like his chute didn't open. Now, thankfully, his chute just opened."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Wow, that is lucky for that guy." And then I was like, "Oh, that was you."
Yeah.
I totally forgot. I was like in my own world. And then when we hit the ground, it was, it's supposed to be this like great moment of accomplishment. You do this thing, and your guy, I do remember, he did look like he was in a bad place, and you were pretty upset.
In fairness, I wanted to beat him up. I was not feeling like he saved us. I wanted to beat him up. I think that was the wrong reaction. In hindsight, I should have probably given him a hug and held him. I probably should have taken him into my arms. But in the moment, my reaction was what it was. But I wasn't, he went to Nam and I went into the octagon. I wanted to beat him up, but I wasn't happy. Now, I don't know how many years later, I went home after that and went to sleep for
the day was just, as you would imagine, we walked in, we didn't talk to anyone. It was like, don't speak of this. And I did too. I just went in and slept.
I went to sleep for like 24 hours. I went to sleep. I slept that afternoon and all the way through the night. But, it was a couple of years later, but that place had an accident, and like the plane went down and like 7 people or 8 people died at that place.